Imagine a place so vast, so intricate that every decision you make branches into countless realities. A place where algorithms don't just recommend, they predict, they manipulate, they know you better than you know yourself. What if the digital worlds we inhabit aren't just tools, but carefully constructed prisons, subtly shaping our thoughts, our desires, our very lives? What if the line between our online personas and our true selves has blurred beyond recognition, creating an echo chamber of curated information designed to control us without us ever knowing it? To understand the true depth of this digital entanglement, we must first trace its origins. It didn't begin with grand dystopian blueprints, but with seemingly innocuous advancements. Think back to the early days of the internet, dial-up modems, clunky interfaces, and forums where anonymity was king. People connected over niche hobbies, shared nascent ideas, and fostered communities untethered from geographical constraints. It felt like liberation, a new frontier. But even then, the seeds of something more profound, something potentially ominous, were being sown. Every post, every click, every shared opinion was a data point, a tiny breadcrumb leading back to who you were, what you liked, how you thought. As technology advanced, the interfaces grew smoother, the connections faster, and the data collection methods infinitely more sophisticated. Social media platforms, initially framed as tools for connection, quickly evolved into complex psychological experiments. Your friends list wasn't just a social graph, it was a carefully mapped network of influence. Your likes weren't just expressions of approval, they were signals, telling unseen entities your deepest desires, your political leanings, even your vulnerabilities. The casual scrolling, the endless feeds, the constant notifications, these weren't accidents. They were meticulously designed hooks, engineered by behavioral scientists to keep you engaged, to keep you online, feeding the insatiable data machine. This wasn't just about ads, not anymore. This was about understanding the human psyche on an unprecedented scale, harvesting the very essence of our attention and our will, and then subtly beginning to redirect it. But things took a far more unsettling turn as the digital landscape matured. The early days of data collection, while invasive, seemed almost quaint compared to the sophisticated operations happening now. What began as personalized recommendations quickly escalated into a full-blown predictive apparatus. Algorithms, once simple scripts, transformed into complex AI systems that could anticipate your next move, your political inclination, even your emotional state, sometimes before you consciously recognized it yourself. This isn't just about what products you might buy, it's about what ideas you might accept, what narratives you might believe, and what actions you might take. Each click, every hover, even the time you spend looking at a specific image, is meticulously cataloged and analyzed. Your digital twin, a perfect data-rendered replica of you, exists in some server farm, and it's being used to calibrate the digital world you experience. Consider the phenomenon of filter bubbles and echo chambers. What online spaces present to you isn't a neutral reflection of the world, but a highly curated version, specifically designed to reinforce your existing beliefs or, more chillingly, to subtly shift them in a predetermined direction. Information, once a stream, became a torrent, then a highly filtered drip. Free thought, the cornerstone of societal progress, began to erode as tailored content narrowed our perspectives and solidified our biases. Debates became impossible when everyone was operating from a different, algorithmically generated truth. And then came the ultimate blow: deepfake technology. A tool initially seen as a novelty, it quickly became a weapon, blurring the lines of reality to an almost irreversible degree. Voices could be cloned, faces superimposed, entire realities fabricated with terrifying accuracy. What you saw online, what you heard, what you read, it could all be a lie, meticulously crafted by an unseen hand. The very fabric of trust, essential for any functioning society, was systematically dismantled by the proliferation of hyper-realistic digital falsehoods. And the frightening part? Most people are not equipped to discern the real from the artificial. The average user scrolls through their feed, consuming content at breakneck speed, blissfully unaware that the images and sounds they encounter might be entirely synthetic, designed not to inform, but to manipulate. This constant barrage of curated and potentially false information reshapes not just our opinions, but our very perception of reality. It's a psychological assault, so subtle, so pervasive, that it bypasses conscious resistance, embedding itself directly into our understanding of the world. The online realms transformed from mere platforms into powerful instruments of mass persuasion, capable of manufacturing consent and orchestrating collective emotional responses. What freedom is left when the very information that informs your choices is controlled? What individuality remains when your thoughts are sculpted by unseen forces, not through overt coercion, but through an endless stream of personalized, addictive content? This isn't just surveillance, this is the digital colonization of the mind, a silent, pervasive force transforming us from free-thinking individuals into predictable nodes within a grand digital ecosystem. And the truly terrifying revelation is that for many there might be no escape, no way to even perceive the bars of their expertly crafted invisible cage. What they discovered next, or rather what we are living through, changes everything. The ultimate goal isn't just to sell you products or to sway your vote, although those are certainly outcomes. The deeper, more foundational ambition of these digital architects is the complete and utter erosion of individual free will, replaced by a collective consciousness guided by algorithmic design. Think about it. Our attention spans have plummeted, our critical thinking skills are dulled by information overload, and our emotional responses are increasingly tied to validations from digital sources, the likes, the shares, the comments. We are being conditioned not just to consume, but to perform for an unseen audience, to present a version of ourselves that garners maximum algorithmic favor. Personal identity, once a deeply internal and evolving construct, has externalized itself, becoming a carefully cultivated digital avatar optimized for engagement. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, is not a bug, it's a feature, a potent psychological lever designed to keep us tethered to the network, forever checking, forever contributing. This constant performance, this endless quest for external validation, leads to a profound sense of self-alienation. We lose touch with our authentic desires, replacing them with algorithmically suggested aspirations. We become, in a very real sense, extensions of the networks, our brains trained to respond to digital stimuli, our thoughts shaped by the curated information fed to us. And this isn't just affecting individuals, it's reshaping the very fabric of society. Political discourse has been fractured, social movements can be ignited or suppressed with alarming speed, and even the concept of objective truth has become a casualty of personalized realities. The ultimate horror isn't a robot uprising, it's a human uprising that never happens, because our minds have been subtly rewired, our wills gently bent, until we are incapable of conceiving of an alternative. To this day, we may never fully grasp the extent of our integration into these digital worlds, nor the true intentions of their architects. The lines between human consciousness and silicon networks have blurred, perhaps irreversibly. We live in a reality where the digital sphere is not merely a reflection of our lives, but an active, influential participant in shaping them. The promise of hyperconnectivity and endless information has, for many, quietly morphed into a subtle form of digital servitude. The real question is no longer if we are being influenced, but how deeply, and what remains of our authentic selves in an age where our every thought and desire is cataloged, predicted, and gently nudged. The glowing screen, once a window to possibility, may have become the bars of a highly personalized prison, perfectly tailored to each of us. If you want to dive deeper into the unsettling whispers from the digital abyss, the next video explores the origins of dark web urban legends and what they might reveal about the hidden corners of our interconnected world.